We're crawling to the end of 2023, and thank goodness we made it. We lived through a lot this year, too much, even. From Beyoncé and Taylor Swift monopolizing our lives to debates over NFL safety, labor strikes, celebrity divorces, and endless court appearances, who knew Gwyneth Paltrow and Young Thug would have something in common this year? We, two self-proclaimed pop culture scholars, have remembered it all. So gather around, fellow culture fiends. Here are the things that defined pop culture this year, for better or worse. Barbenheimer rules the box office. Margot Robbie as Barbie and Warner Brothers Pictures' Barbie. Margot Robbie as Barbie and Barbie, which took over our summer and dominated our Halloween costumes. Yet by tendage/courtesy of Warner Brothers Pictures. It was a theatrical event the likes of which we haven't seen since Tony Stark died in the MCU. Sorry, this isn't a spoiler anymore. Barbie and Oppenheimer, two of the most anticipated films of 2023, premiered over the same summer weekend. Barbie was released by Warner Brothers, which shares parent company Warner Brothers Discovery with CNN. Rather than set the pair up for competition, filmgoers created a viral campaign to see them on the same day, in a dissonant double feature. They called it Barbenheimer. Buzz and marketing budgets aside, the Barbenheimer movement drove both films to the top of the box office and gave theaters a much-needed boost. The real takeaway here, though, is that audiences just want to watch good movies, whether they're steeped in historical dread or bedecked in pink. Celebrity memoirs reign. Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me, is seen at a Barnes & Noble bookstore in Clifton, New Jersey, on Thursday, November 2, 2023. The book has sold 1.1 million copies through its first week. Spears says in a statement Wednesday that she poured her heart and soul in the book and that she is grateful to fans for their unwavering support. All the girlies, plus Prince Harry, were writing this year. Ted Shaffrey/AP. It was the year of the celebrity memoir. Britney Spears' The Woman in Me was billed as the pop idol's first account of her 13-year conservatorship, while Prince Harry's Spare was the erstwhile royals' tell-all about the House of Windsor. Barbra Streisand, of course, needed nearly 1,000 pages to recount her remarkable life, and even Julia Fox, at 33, had a book full of unbelievable stories. The accompanying audiobooks made the text even richer. There was five-time Academy Award nominee Michelle Williams nonchalantly reciting the Justin Timberlake/Genuine F.O.'s passage from Spears' memoir. Prince Harry went viral for reading descriptive lines about his penis. Their honesty paid off. All four memoirs became New York Times bestsellers. Scandal shocks the Bravo universe. When Vanderpump Rules, star Tom Sandoval cheated on his fiancée and co-star Ariana Madix with their co-star Rachel Leviss, fans were floored. The outpouring of shock and support for Madix was so massive that it forced even non-Bravo viewers to pay attention. And then when the revelations aired on Pump Rules, fans relived the drama as if for the first time. The episode about the breakup's aftermath was the series' highest rated. Madix, at least, wears heartbreak well. She recently released a book of cocktail recipes and will soon star in Broadway's Chicago. M3GN slays. From Left, M3GN and Katie, Violet McGraw. In M3GN, directed by Gerard Johnstone. The stuff of American Girl doll nightmares. Universal Pictures. AI continues to write its own horror story as the tech rips text from books, creates bizarre art, and generally freaks us out. If only AI was contained to M3GN, a film about a murderous android who looks like a preteen and kills her haters in between TikTok dances and deadpan quips. M3GN made her eponymous film a hilarious, unmissable event. And now, she'll likely lead a saga of films based around her sardonic menace. George Santos lands on Cameo post-Congress. The Republican representative from New York was expelled from Congress in December after a House ethics investigation found that he misused campaign funds and violated several federal laws. The disgraced politician parlayed his ouster, and what seemed like mere hours later, into a career on Cameo, recording messages for paying customers about everything from ignoring the haters to transferring the spirit of a deceased spouse into a mannequin. As of this writing, personalized videos ran for $500. The Simpsons strangles on. The Simpsons has had a few constants over its 3 decades and 35 seasons. The family will always be yellow, Springfield will always be stateless, and Homer will always strangle Bart. And yet fans were sure that TV's donut-loving patriarch had finally laid off the kid after a joke in a recent episode went viral off-air. "See, Marge, strangling the boy paid off," Homer said, before quickly adding, "Just kidding, I don't do that anymore. Times have changed. Series creator Matt Groening and producer James L. Brooks shut down the rumors with a new drawing of Homer wringing the neck of the young rapscallion, this time for clickbaiting. And, per the team, Homer Simpson was unavailable for comment as he was busy strangling Bart. Pedro Pascal fever hits new heights. Saturday Night Live, Pedro Pascal, Coldplay episode 1838, pictured. LR, host Pedro Pascal, Marcelo Hernandez, and Chloe Fineman during the Protective Mom sketch on Saturday, February 4, 2023. Pedro Pascal cheeses alongside Marcelo Hernandez and Chloe Fineman in the Protective Mom sketch on Saturday Night Live in February. Decked out in pink and sporting an old lady wig, Pascal plays a convincing mother. Will Heath/NBC/Getty Images. Mr. Mandalorian won new fans this year as Joel in The Last of Us, HBO's acclaimed adaptation of the video game of the same name. Pascal's Joel is a hardened killer of fungus zombies whose heart slowly thaws during his time traveling a post-apocalyptic U.S. with a pun-loving teen. It's a winning turn that earned him an Emmy nomination, a lauded host gig on Saturday Night Live, not his only appearance in 2023, and so many TikTok fan cams. Rumors are swirling that Pascal will join the MCU next, but with what time? We assume he's busy enough being America's sweetheart. Eras and Renaissance tours make summer sing. Beyoncé performs on stage during the Renaissance World Tour at PGE Narodowy on June 27, 2023 in Warsaw, Poland. Beyoncé performing in Warsaw, Poland, completely blowing the country's collective mind, we assume. Kevin Mazur/Wire Image/Getty Images. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour and Beyoncé's Renaissance Tour were the suns around which our summers revolved. If you didn't wear all alien chic to Renaissance, you donned the friendship bracelets for Eras. Or maybe you did both. The tours became record-breaking behemoths, bringing in billions of dollars in revenue for Live Nation, selling out stadiums around the world, and spawning wildly successful concert films that also became huge moneymakers. The year belongs to these two queens. Formula One races away with their hearts. The fifth season of Netflix's Drive to Survive, a docudrama series about Formula One, aired in February, bringing all sorts of F1 jargon into the lexicon, cut to us on navigating traffic on the way to work. Racing down the highway and telling ourselves to push. Our speedy commutes aside, F1 had a massive year in the U.S. American automakers like General Motors and Ford have applied to get in on the action, and the season was capped by the sport's first Grand Prix in Las Vegas in more than 40 years. The event was a celebrity hotspot, and though many residents were skeptical, the spectacle of watching drivers blast down the strip was a sight to behold. F1 may not take football's place as America's favorite sport just yet, but it gets points for trying. Everyone goes on strike. Striking Writers Guild of America workers picket outside the Sunset Bronson Studios building on May 2, 2023 in Los Angeles, California. After talks with studios and streamers over pay and working conditions failed to result in a deal, more than 11,000 Hollywood television and movie writers went on their first strike in 15 years. Late-night shows are expected to stop production immediately, while television series and movies scheduled for release later this year and beyond could face major delays. Striking Writers Guild of America workers picket outside the Sunset Bronson Studios building on May 2nd in Los Angeles. Eric Thayer/Getty Images. Auto workers, actors, hotel workers, writers, healthcare workers, you name it, they probably went on strike. The biggest of these was seemingly the WGA strike, a nearly 5-month-long saga that, along with the SAG-AFTRA strike, brought Hollywood to a screeching halt. Who knew we would miss watching the most beautiful among us promote their work? Alas, we did, and the break exposed some of the sinister underbelly of the industry, notably when one studio executive told Deadline they'd allow the strike to continue until writers start losing their apartments and losing their houses. These writers shudder at the thought. Trump makes history. Donald Trump. The history-making mug shot in question. Fulton County Sheriff's Office. It was a mug shot unlike any other. His eyes trained on the camera, slightly bloodshot, his eyebrows like two upside-down check marks, his mouth twisted in a frown. Inmate No. P01135809, also known as former President Donald J. Trump. Few times has a mugshot sparked as much debate and analysis as this one, taken after Trump was indicted for his attempts to overturn the 2020 election in the state of Georgia. Trump will go down in history for many things, and being the only president to have a mugshot is one of them.